What's up, guys? It's your boy Jamaica here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is my mono blue Colossus upheaval deck. First of all, I'll give a shout out to H. Luca, who was kind of like the original person that kind of like camped the shell of this. I think it was a really strong shell. But if you are a fan of the channel, you've known that back in season 10, the big proponent of playing Metalwork Colossus. I really enjoyed the deck a lot. I think I have the only like tournament win with it, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. But that season was really weird. I was like just kind of like dominated by stuff with breakfast. So Metal Colossus wasn't really like super good against that, but it was still a really fun deck and like a very early part. But now it's back. It's back again. Season 12 here with a fun new card, Upheaval, which is really strong when you have a bunch of like artifact ramp. So. And there's also other inclusions too, like especially the 8-post version, Cloud Post, Glimmer Post. So it's you can make a ton of mana and then just upheaval, and then the game's just kind of over. You drop your Colossus or some other large thing, and you're just, even if you don't have like a Colossus out, you're just like so far ahead of mana that it doesn't really matter like what your opponent does, because you're just like so far ahead. You can just you can draw whatever, and anything you play is like just on the field, and your opponent's just like really far behind. Yeah, but the mana base, like I said, is all like Cloud Post, Glimmer Post. It's really strong. It's really just another strong like incidental ramp feature that you can use, especially with the your 8 like kind of mana rocks here. And also a single Ursus Tractors actually saved me a lot. It's a good late game tool. It's a good mana sink. The worker tokens are artifacts, so you can sack them to get back Colossuses if your Colossus dies somehow. Yeah, ramp here, Spear of the Suns, Prismatic Lens, both really strong. I had Sphere of Suns. I always wish I had another sort of mana rock in the season 10 build. So Prismatic Lens is like perfect. It also makes colors mana, which is later. Excuse me. 4 Hedron Archive. Pretty solid card. Never really is dead because it draws yourself more cards. It's one of the few ways that you can kind of like continually go the chain. Gilded Lotus is a one of. I actually don't think I really need Gilded Lotus, but it is just there. It does make like more blue mana, which sometimes is relevant, but I think for the most part you don't really need it. It is really good on its own if you just kind of don't do anything and play Guild Lotus. It's basically like -8 cost for the Colossus, because 5 for the non-creature artifact part, and then 3 mana that it makes on its own. So you only need like 3 more mana somewhere. So it's pretty good. The creatures here, of course, the Colossus is pretty great. That's what we're trying to do. Turn 4 is the quickest I think that it could happen. And it's really silly just to play a free 10/10. Triskelion, a favorite of mine. I think it's in like almost so many different lists of mine, but Triskelion's pretty great. A big matchup problem for this deck is actually aggro. So I've added 2 Triskelions here just to kind of like shore up some of the parts of it. And a single Karn, an alternate win condition, I would say. It's really good when you have like these like just mana dorks or mana rocks here and you're just not doing anything. So just throwing in a Karn there and then attacking is good. We are blue. We could play something like March of Machines or the Antiquities War, but Karn is just better. Also because 1, it's an artifact. 2, it's just quicker. You don't have to. March of Machines is for both sides. It's symbiotic. That's not the word I want. I'm struggling to find the word right now, but it's for both people. And Antiquities War doesn't really do it immediately. You have to wait 3 turns. A turn you cast it, then 2 more turns. So, and it's a one shot. So Karn is really good. It also just blocks. You know, it's a 4/4 for 5. Let's see. The one-ofs here is a smattering of one-ofs. We have Locks on Warhammer. A really good way of killing aggro is just playing a Colossus and equipping it with Warhammer. Then you attack for 13. And you trample and you gain 13 life. It's pretty great. Sky Servant, another like anti-aggro card. It's also kind of a win condition on its own. You could play the Sky Sovereign first, then play a Colossus, and then crew it and attack. It's really good. It's like post FTK for the most part. Mirrorworks is completely unnecessary, but completely insane when it kind of does its thing. Making multiple Colossuses is great. Even like making multiple archives is good, because you play the archive, the trigger goes on the stack, the archive's in play, and the archive pays for the next archive. And those all count towards the Colossus. So Mirrorworks is actually a lot of fun and just can't get out of hand in a hurry. It's a bit slow, but honestly it's really good. Spite of Isha, another completely unnecessary card. But it is a removal spell. It does kill enchantments, it does kill other artifacts, which blue technically has problems with kills planeswalkers, if that's a relevant thing. It's anything. Lands. It is 7 mana, and I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it's kind of good. It's a good card for Karn. You know, when you sack it, you bear out your hand, so if you have this late game thing with Colossus, you can kind of get a bunch of spine recursions. I like it. It's bailed me out in some situations. It's a very niche card, but like I said, we have a lot of we can play all these one ofs because we always blue card draw spells. For example, Shimmer Possibility. It's really good just finding lands. I think it's the most thing I use it for. Or when you're in the late game, you're trying to find Colossuses or something like a Fabricate, which is a tutor. The 3 mana tutor for any artifact, put it in your hand. So the 3 mana, go get a Colossus. 3 mana, go Sword and Enchantment. 3 mana, gain 13 life. Things like that. So that's pretty good. One with Machine is kind of the overpowered draw spell. So Colossus costs 11. One Machine draws 11 cards. It's pretty great. I even like drawing like 4 cards or 5 cards with the Archive or the Lotus is really strong. So One Machine just kind of keeps the fuel going. Basically, it kind of ends the game when you just draw 11 cards. And then Upheaval, we talked about before, with all the mana ramp, the artifacts, and the Cloud Post, Glimmer Post combo, it's just so strong. It just kind of just ends the game. I'm so happy that his card's finally in Penny Dreadful. It's been, and it's this is such a good shell for it, I think. The sideboards, mostly geared towards aggro decks, Spatial Contortion. You have a ton of colorless sources. The Cloud Post, Glimmer Post, like Lens, Archive, so I'm pretty comfortable playing 4 of these here. Extra Warhammer, so you can combo with Colossus, and Fill Your Familiar just to block. Orbital Warning also comes in against aggro decks. It's pretty good, especially against like the new like Presence of God combo. But they're all 1/1s, so and if you have this thing out, then you know they're not going to deal damage to you. You can make a million cards. That's cool, and we can just upheaval it later. You know, it's not a big deal. Aetherize, and again more into aggro cards, and then Stoke Rebuttals are fine when things like, you know, Sky Sovereign, Spine, it's not really useful. You just need it against control. Or you play this like tempo play with like protecting your Colossus. You just play a Stoke Battle. Typically it's just counterspell, but otherwise it's just cancel, and you know, people play cancel and Pain Dreadful. That's what we do here. So we're actually gonna play in a tournament today, and I apologize too for like not making a lot of content. It's just been like life busy, you know. So but you know, that's how it goes really. But appreciate you guys sticking around, but we're gonna play minimum 4 rounds. Hopefully, we'll make it all the way. But I really like this Colossus deck, and we'll see how it fits in the current scheme of things. So, head on over to the first round. All right, round 1. Here you go. Yeah, I guess. Fun to play. Oh, is he playing the Gaunt? Oh, he's playing the combo deck. The it's basically Splinter Twin. I don't know how good to matchup this is. I don't think it's very good. We'll see. I can get around all like the protection spells because I have. I would say play Ranger Sky. I haven't really looked at a list lately, but I kind of just die. I pretty much die game 1. Like immediately, I'll just die game 1. Let's take the Warhammer. It makes the Colossus thing quicker. Probably dead. Dead. Well, it's gonna be a quick one. Let's see. Well, Orbis is really good here. I like Spatial Contortion a lot. Keyturn Archive is fine-ish. I guess it saves me a turn. I just gotta call the slow cards. I actually like Upheaval. This matchup. I don't know how many Upheavals I like though. I do like Orbs though. It basically like negates the combo unless they have like a disenchant effect, and they just kind of kill me. Maybe like cut like a couple of scenes. I'm not really sure about Aetherize. It would save me like a turn. Oh. Actually, I don't know about Triskelion, to be honest with you. It's not actually as good, but it could be okay. Let's try it. It's good to so because I can crew the thing. So maybe I should keep the Karn in. I really want to just like crew a Sky Somber as much as I can. Like a Shimmer, maybe. No, Shimmer could be okay. Stoke Rebuttal could also be okay. A minute and a half, okay. I'm gonna cut the Lotus. Play a couple Stoke Rebuttals, I think. Hedron? I didn't mean to do that. I really don't want like less than 2 upheavals. Not really sure, honestly. Um, counter spells could be okay in this. A mulligan for me. This is fine. This is good actually. I have a colorless source and I have a bunch of stuff. We'll put that on the bottom for now. I really want lands. If only there was a way to like give my stuff like hexproof. Like my stuff. I hope they don't have Ranger's Guile. No, I'll just do it now. Like hella chop. But the cloud must be pretty great. See, this is the thing. I can't actually like cast this Hedron archive, because otherwise I'm just gonna like die. Unless they have the thing. If they have the thing, I die? Oh man, that's really annoying. If I just like go for it, then I can just play I can get orbs. I can go archive orbs. Just play the orbs. And then I just chill. Or I just wait. If I just wait, I just like lose, I think. So I kinda have to like risk it. Oh, I have 5 mana? And just like I forgot I have 2. Oh yeah. Wait. Always all not for not. Alright. I mean, you have it, you win. It's fine. I'll just take the loss. For those who haven't seen the combo, I'll just let it happen. So these cards, why can't I do this right now? So they don't tap their top sets, but then if they get a creature, they just kind of die. Oh, this is pretty good. So they can make an infinite creatures, but they're not the hasty ones. So the orbs is still going to be really good here. So they can make infinite as long as they don't kill the orbs. I'm like fine. So whenever a creature enters the battlefield, this king untaps and the presence is gone, makes Elf Warrior tokens. So the orbs is really good because unless they have a pump spell. So that's right. I didn't immediately lose to the. I lose an elemental mastery, which actually makes haste creatures, but I don't lose to this immediately, unless they have a disenchant or something to kill artifacts. That would not be cool. That would not be cool at all. So they're just gonna make a ton of guys now, I guess. What else is there, really? It seems like enough, but especially if they had like a disenchant. That's just lagging me. The new computer gets lagged by a million infinite tokens. Yeah, 40 is good, but they don't have haste, which is a good thing. Um, this thing, Colossus. Triggers on any creature, which is really funny. So if he has some sort of like mass pump spell, I die. Or if he removes my orbs of warding, I die. Oh, great. Okay, I died. Am I dead? Yeah, I am dead. If I didn't play this, I actually could have survived this. But it didn't matter. Oh well. That happened.